Leaving Okeechobee, I thought it'd be kind of cool to show you kind of like what seems to happen a lot on the trail. We had an opportunity where Lifebuoy, he was a little bit ahead of me and was up on the levee walk, and just kind of give you guys a glimpse of what goes on out here with, walking along and talking to people. And leaving Okeechobee now with a brace on my knee. So that guy that Lifebuoy was talking to came riding behind me, and he just looks at me and goes, "Man, you guys are something else." It's like, okay. I know what he's talking about. He got the full rundown about what we're doing in the Florida Trail. And yeah, back to the knee brace. So my knee felt very stiff. It felt structural. It didn't feel like any kind of muscular thing going on. Like, you remember in the beginning when I got that swollen ankle, and I was like, this is fine. This is no big deal. I knew that would be no big deal. That was just some kind of muscle thing going on. But the knee thing, I'm not sure what's going on. But hoped it would be feeling better after a couple of days rest. It improved just ever so slightly. And it's one of those things where it's like, it's like, Lifebuoy's saying, like, the pain will go away here or there, and there's only 150 miles left. It's like, that advice is going to hold a lot more weight if you could actually, see what, feel what my knee feels like. If you could, be in my shoes and then give me that advice. Because if this was like the first 100 miles, like when I got those blisters, there's no way that would have taken me off the trail even in the first 100 miles. This knee thing would have. I would have left the trail if I had this in the first 100 miles. I'm pushing on because there's only 150 miles to go. I mean, this is the kind of thing, like I said, I bought this knee brace. And hopefully that'll be the thumbnail. It's going to be the focus, I think, here in my knee. But being so close to the end, it's like you're gonna push it a little more than maybe you logically should. This is the kind of thing where I might walk at the end of today, and tomorrow morning I might just be like, no, this is done. Even though I'm so close, I got to go back and walk back here to Okeechobee and find a way to Miami. But I don't know. I'll know more tomorrow morning. It's not a really long day today, and we'll see how it feels. But so that's the situation now. Pretty much just worried about this knee getting me this last 150 miles. It's one of those things I wish I could be a little more certain about the condition of it. And I guess we'll know later. So I think it's going to be pretty much like this for about 50 miles or 2.5 days, just to walk along the levee with the canal or river off to the left and the lake off to the right. And about every 1 or 2 miles or so, you get like a covered bench like that thing right there. You can take a rest, get out of the sun, but other than that, it's what this is. So, going back to the knee thing, I think I generally err on the side of caution, but I feel like I'm in a gray area. I'm operating in a gray area right now, and not real sure if this is the wise move. And then you start thinking different things like, should I just psych myself up? And I start thinking about stories I heard, like another former Florida Gator, Jack Youngblood. I think he was a defensive lineman for the Los Angeles Rams. This is going way back, like in the 70s or something. I think he broke his leg in a football game and continued playing in the game. It's like, somebody can do something like that. I could probably push through this, but you just worry about, it's not the pain, it's the damage that I'm worried about. Another thing is like when he broke his leg, I mean, yeah, okay, that's pretty wild that he continued playing with a broken leg, but how many minutes more did he have to play? I'm gonna have to look more into that story. This isn't just dealing with this for like 15 minutes. This is gonna be 8 to 10 hours of dealing with this. And there's other things that go on too with it, because you start walking a little different. So now, like, is that going to start affecting my right leg? You know, is it going to make it worse? Is the brace making things more too restrictive? Or you start thinking all kinds of things. But the test will be tomorrow morning. Hopefully I'm feeling just fine tomorrow morning and wrap this up in a few days. I mean, yes, believe me, I certainly would hate to bail on it at this point. So close to the end. But, I mean, operating the gray area is one thing. If it's looking like it's going to be damage, then you got to get off. You got to do what you got to do. But I'm going to be optimistic. Actually, I don't want to be optimistic or pessimistic. I'm going to be logical. I'm going to be neutral. I'm going to be realistic. And realistically, it's close, but I think I can do this without damage. Especially, I just got to be extra careful. I can't push it too hard like I've been pushing it. But you know, I think it's going to be okay, and that's just me being realistic, not optimistic. That's the way you should be, right? Well, there's not too much variety out here, but when I see something cool, like the color of these houses, you know, I'll try to whip out the camera and show you. Every once in a while, you see something to break up the monotony. Good view of the lake right now, too. Yeah, this is a good day for music and audiobooks. There's really not too much variety. But when there is, I'll pull the camera out. Well, you got to kind of take advantage of these things when you hit them. Jeez, man, Lifebuoy is not really pulling away like he used to. Especially when that heat starts hitting him. His day's done. The only thing I don't like about these is that they're usually covered with bird dung. So it's like, oh, okay, there's a spot over there I can sit on. It's safe. But you can't be too picky, because this is all you're getting out here. Knee's doing all right. I only took one ibuprofen because I didn't really want to mask like the pain, so that if it hurt too much, I'd know to just go ahead and stop. But yeah, I'm feeling all right. So I'm realistically feeling it's going to be okay. Well, the J&S Fish Camp has been a great pit stop. $2 draft beers. This is the kind of stuff you'd find along the AT. Couldn't put a camera in there, it'd be rude, but we had a good time. All right, we got an absolutely fantastic sunset going down. I'm gonna try to catch that green flash. When the sun just passes below the horizon, the refraction from the water creates a green flash. We'll see if we can get it. It's pretty amazing. You seem to get that same effect, you know, the sun going over the horizon over a lake instead of the ocean. So we should get the green flash. Conditions seem to be perfect, and wow, man, that's a good shot. It's very nice watching the sun go down. I should just keep the footage rolling, 'cause, I mean, this is amazing. You're not going to get a clearer view of the sun setting than this. And I'm going to let it drop and hopefully catch that green flash and edit it out or not. It's dropping so fast. It's one of those moments in life that make you feel so small. Green flash, green flash, green flash. So yeah, when it gets below the horizon, the refraction makes a green flash. That's what we're looking for. Man, it's sinking fast. I saw absolutely no green flash. I guess the conditions weren't right for it. Dang it.